Hi! In this video, I'm going to talk about different types of hair removal techniques which I have used till date, and I'm going to share my take on each of them. And also, I'm going to share certain tips and tricks which I have been using before and after waxing, which have been proved really well for me. And also, I'm going to show a little demo of how I wax at home. First hair removal technique I have ever tried was shaving. I used to use a razor to shave the unwanted hair. Shaving is very easy, but you have to be very cautious while using the razor, because if you are not, you might end up with minor cuts. But apart from that, it's very easy, painless, no pain at all. So in shaving, what we are doing is we are cutting the hair from the surface of your skin. So technically the hair is still there, the root is still there, and the rate of regrowth of that hair is quite faster. So that's why the results of shaving, it's not really long lasting. And post shaving, your hand is free from unwanted hair, but it's not really smooth, something you can expect from shaving. So yes, that is what my take on shaving is all about. After that, I had bought an epilator, which is a hair removal machine, and it had two replaceable heads, which is one was epilator head and the other was a trimmer head. So epilator, what it does is when you slide the epilator across your skin, it's gonna pull out the hair from its root, and trust me, the process was very painful. And only thing I loved about epilator was the results were quite long lasting as compared to shaving, because we are pulling out the hair from its root. So that's why the skin was left all red and bumpy, but the results was quite long lasting. And epilator process was so painful that I hardly tried it for a couple of times. After that, I couldn't dare to use it again. So I had to replace it with the trimmer head, which I had luckily got along with that. So trimmer is nothing but a mechanical way of shaving. So it's a machine. It just shaves or just cuts the hair from the surface of your skin, and the result is exactly same as that of shaving. So trimming and shaving, it's similar. So after that, I remember my mom and I had this waxing session at home. So mom had made this homemade wax out of sugar and lemon, and the wax was okay, but what went wrong was the choice of waxing strips. So we had made these waxing strips out of the clothes at home, and the waxing clothes was so bad that instead of pulling the hair, they had pulled my skin, and I was left with all wound, and it was kind of a bloodbath. Not as severe as bloodbath, but yes, I was left with wounds. You can also try the ready-made wax you get online. I had bought this white chocolate wax from Amazon. White chocolate because it removes tanning, and it said that even a small tiny hair can also be pulled off with the white wax. So I had bought that wax, ready-made one. Along with that, you have to buy a heater that is used to melt the wax. So the process is something like this. In the heater, you put the wax, you turn on the heater, it melts the wax, and then you apply that hot wax or warm wax on your skin, and using the wax strip, you can remove the hair. I tried it, but I found it really messy, and I couldn't just do it all by myself. So that's why I had to strike off that option as well. But the result was really long lasting, because in waxing we are pulling out the hair right from its roots, so the regrowth of the hair is quite slower, and the results are long lasting and it's kind of painful. I'm not lying. Yes, waxing is kind of painful, but it's all worth it. Yes, that is my take on the wax, the homemade wax and the ready-made wax. I spoke about wax strips. Wax strips are used to remove the wax and the hair out of your hand. So there are a lot of wax strips types available online, and instead of making DIYs and I know DIYs are good, but if you have sensitive skin, then I would suggest you to please spend some money on the wax strips and use those wax strips only, because wax strips you get online, they are so good. They do their job without hurting your skin. So without taking any risk with your skin, I would suggest you to buy some wax strips. So fast forward to current day. Currently I have been using these wax strips, which are ready-made one. The one I currently have been using is this wax strip from the company Veet. So this is how the strips looks like. There are two stripes actually here. See, this is like two, they are stick together. The rectangle one you see, that is the wax. You have to take this in between your palms and you have to rub it with the heat. It's gonna melt, then you have to apply it and remove it. That is how it works. So now I'm gonna show how I prepare my skin for waxing, how I do waxing at home and post waxing care. So first and foremost, always tie your hair up, because you don't want your hair to come in contact with wax and become all messy. Secondly, I would suggest you to get changed into the clothes you wear at home, because there is good chance that the wax can spoil your clothes as well. So before waxing, I would like to scrub my skin. So I'm going to use my favorite, the Beautyco scrub. So scrub, because when you scrub, it of course removes the dry and dead skin cells. So that's why the wax gets stick to your hair instead of your skin. So that's why it's quite less painful. And secondly, when you scrub, the hair follicles get loosened up, and that makes it easier to pull them off. Firstly, I'm gonna wet my skin. Always scrub on wet skin, because if you scrub on dry skin, it causes friction and it damages your skin. So I have scrubbed my skin, I have washed it and patted dry. Now I'm gonna use talcum powder on my skin. Talcum powder, because it absorbs the extra water or the hydration which is there on your skin, because the wax doesn't really work on wet skin. So that's why your skin needs to be as dry as possible before waxing. So I'm gonna apply talcum powder. So my skin is ready for waxing. Let's take the wax strip. Before starting the waxing process, just observe the direction of your hair growth. Like for example, my hair growth is in this direction. So always apply the wax in the direction of your hair growth and pull it in the opposite direction. So that's gonna make the process easy and clean. So I have applied the wax strip, and as I said, the direction of my hair growth is in this direction, and I have to pull it in this way. So this is how it's done. You just have to apply the wax strip, and in the opposite direction just have to pull it, and it's all neat. So you might be thinking whether it really hurts, but I'm so used to waxing now, it doesn't really hurt anymore. So also, frequent waxing, yes, it reduces the hair growth. So the only issue I found with these Veet wax strips is the leftover wax. It's still there, it's very sticky, it's hard to remove. So what I usually do is they give these wipes along with it. It's nothing but just wet wipes. So you just have to rub it against your skin wherever there is leftover wax, and it removes like 80 to 90% of the wax, but the leftover wax what you need to do is apply some coconut oil or any oil of your choice and leave it for like 5-10 minutes. It will melt that wax to a certain extent, and then you can wash it off with regular soap and warm water. That's gonna leave your skin super clean. So after waxing, you need to take care of your skin, especially if you have sensitive skin. Your skin might be left with all red patches. You need to calm your skin down. So I usually apply moisturizer, any body cream which is quite moisturizing, so that I apply. So this is pretty much it. This is how I do waxing at home. So these are the tips and tricks which works for me. I hope they work for you as well. And thank you so much for watching my videos. And if you have already subscribed to my channel, if not, please do subscribe to my channel and keep watching and keep showing your love and support to me and my channel. Bye.